time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Our nice stretch of weather continuing on this Wednesday. Of course, good news with Fayette County schools and a number of other school systems back in session. Feeling a little more like August. Temperatures climbing a bit more again into the day on Thursday. Rain and storm chances definitely on the table as we close out the week Friday. Now into the upcoming weekend, some of that activity may linger. Not a washout, just isolated storm chances and warm, but not overly hot, especially by mid to late August standards. All right, visible satellite here, those fair weather cumulus clouds across much of central and eastern Kentucky, and then you see the higher level debris clouds basically from the diminishing thunderstorm complex yet again this afternoon into parts of eastern and southeastern Missouri. Looking good there in Mount Sterling in front of Montgomery County Courthouse, 86, and note the humidity levels very, very low. The general flow is going to be out of the east as we get into the evening and the overnight, but it will shift to the south tomorrow. And that's going to be relevant as far as trying to knock those humidity levels up a bit. 85 Casey County near Liberty at the Kentucky Mesonet site there. It's 90 in Richmond and Mount Vernon, 88 in Frankfort, as well as Flemingsburg and also Williamstown. Dew point temperatures still in the 50s across much of the area. So if you're in the shade, it feels fantastic. And as the sun goes down this evening, that's really going to add to the comfort factor. See those 70+ degree dew points out to the west. That's what we're more accustomed to, and we'll eventually get back there, it looks like, especially for the day on Friday. High pressure giving way. That's going to open the door for the area of low pressure and warm front, along with the trailing cold front to catch us late in the week here. But as mentioned, nice evening to come tomorrow morning. Fairly similar. We'll see temperatures into the low to mid 60s. And then tomorrow afternoon, probably making a run at 90 here in the bluegrass again, upper 80s elsewhere. Just a few little isolated cells. The bulk of our rain and storm chances, I think, will at least hold off until tomorrow night. Nicholas, Perry, Pulaski back in session tomorrow. First bell looking at mid to upper 60s and could be around that 90-degree mark by the afternoon hours. All right, forecast dew points tomorrow. Notice how they will climb, and even more so as we get into the day on Friday. That's much more accustomed to what we have seen, at least much of the summer. You see everything really ramp up as that moisture pools out ahead of the frontal boundary, dropping in here on Friday. And of course, that's going to coincide with our best rain and storm chances. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s on Friday. And then the front really kind of takes its time exiting the area. So I do think a few storms will linger into the day on Saturday, especially across southern, southeastern Kentucky. And then we'll kind of ramp things down. Notice Saturday afternoon and then again on Sunday, that favored area down south and east. But then we eventually begin to dry things out and quiet it down a bit, rolling into especially the mid part of next week. And it shouldn't be overly hot. And we'll take the additional rainfall to the tune of, say, 3/4 of an inch, maybe upwards of an inch as we chip away from the overall dry summer we've been dealing with. 64 overnight, mostly clear and quiet. Coming up tomorrow, kind of a hot day, a late storm possible. The more sunshine we get, better chance we'll run into the low 90s, especially here in the bluegrass extended forecast. There's a rain and storm chance on Friday, and we'll taper things down. And as we kind of alluded to yesterday, in the extended, heading into the early and middle part of next week, our temperatures looking pretty good with afternoon highs into the mid 80s.